Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Need to know it.
Today, KRS One 60.
Special day.
Absolutely.
60.
The teacher, the blast master. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everything.
Absolutely.
KRS One.
That's what stand for.
60 years old, man. Hip-hop legend. KRS One. Now, fellas, I'm the youngest person here, so I want y'all to tell me, because I was a young boy, like, when did y'all first hear KRS One?
I gotta dive in there, man. I guess it's my cue. Let's just rewind a little bit to the bridge. The Bridge by MC Shane, right? And that's where my remembrance comes from, because as soon as The Bridge by MC Shane came out,
That he responded. That was his first.
that was out of nowhere, man. Bloom.
That's when Chris was like, he came out and it was like.
Yeah, the Bridge, MC Shane Bridge was a hell of a song, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That was Chris' first rap song.
That was
on Wax.
That's the first one that you heard, because you was married to the radio at that time. Yeah, you know what I mean. You Friday nights, and you was married to the radio. So I'm at this point since '85. I'm in 5th grade. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm in 5th grade. This nigga's upstairs snapping. You know what I mean?
Talk to me, man. Me, Bill, Lil Akeem running around playing with guns and army.
Yeah. But he's literally a floor above. But I'm in the 5th grade at that time, and I'm already married to hip hop, man. I heard Sucker MCs in '83, so it's like I was already in. And at that time, the radio was huge, and you knew about The Bridge. You know what I mean? But then this shit came out of left field.
And it was some crazy hating shit.
This shit was out of left field, man, with that South Bronx shit, man. That was crazy. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga, man? And then as you listen, because at that time, I didn't know the song was going at them until you heard it. Until you heard it like the second or third time. 'Cause the first time you would hear it on the radio, and then like they would run it back like another hour or so, and you'd be like, oh shit, is this nigga going?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he named a couple names in that joint. L name was in there. Not in a negative way, but you heard L name in there, and it was just like, oh shit, wow.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it was almost some bully shit. It was almost some real bully shit getting the game. Because we was MC Shan fans. We was Kango'd out. Yeah. We was with the Kangos and all that.
Let's not forget, MC Shan was that guy at this time. He was one of them guys, man. With, L, MC Shan. Run is still extremely popular. Running the Boys. I mean, that's the landscape.
It was my favorite though, but it was cool.
Then you see the album cover. Look at the album cover, man. You got the joint on there. You know what I'm saying?
Like you say, come like a bully.
Yeah. He was on some real
Pistols
bully shit, and I
cover.
really ain't like it, to be honest.
It was different. It was different, man.
I really didn't. But the lyrics was crazy. So I had to get into it. I had to get into it, man.
He was different, because he was different than L and Run DMC in terms of his cadence, his clarity, and his topics and subject matter. He was different from them. L was straight beat. It wasn't nothing b-boy about them, but they was hip hop, but it wasn't nothing b-boy about Criminal Minded at all. I mean, they stood for hip hop, but it wasn't nothing b-boy about them. Not from that traditional standpoint. No.
He gave you like an element of the Public Enemy.
Absolutely. This could be. You could say this might have been a precursor. You know what I mean?
The first album was all, guns and fucking motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was hard. First album was hard.
Criminal Mind, it was all about just, bum rushing the whole shit. And it kind of reminded me how 50 came in the game. You know what I mean? When 50 came in the game, it kind of reminded me what, Blast Master did. You know what I'm saying? That's more that maybe y'all can relate to, not seeing how they came up, but how he came in, like, damn, okay, 50 got that blueprint, he on his bully dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, coming in dishing everybody. That's how these guys remind me of, man. But to be honest, guys, I really wasn't really into Criminal. I loved the album after maybe a year or two.
Okay, I was going to say how long.
Yeah, I didn't like how he came in. I didn't like how he came in. Then he spit some game. If you really look at the lyrics, he was spitting game at Running Them. He was dishing them. Yeah, talking about King.
Because here's the crazy thing. Because you got to remember, Said G and Ultra Mags was down with Criminal Minded. So BDP. and they had beef with Running them, so it made sense. You kind of understood where that was coming from. You know what I mean? So, you as you got older, you started to understand that, but you really didn't know where it was coming from at the time. But yeah, man, like
they got a dope ass album.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And then it was some. It was different from he had like a Jamaican influence on it. You know what I mean? A little bit. You saw hints of a little Jamaican influence on it, which sounded so different at the time.
Well, that's his background. He got some of that in his background. I was a young boy, so I actually heard KRS One before I actually knew who he was. I heard his music, just playing older cousins, uncles, and all that. So I knew the songs, but before I even actually knew who KRS One was, I heard not Black Cop. I heard South Bronx, The Bridge Is Over, because they was playing heavy. People was riding around playing them in their cars. Yeah. So I knew the songs, I knew the beats. I would bob my head before I even got a little older and realized, oh, this KRS One. They was playing heavy in the parties I used to go to when I wasn't really supposed to be there.
It was anthems, man.
Yeah, it was heavy.
Big anthems at the time.
Well, at the time when I heard it, man, I heard it out of Ty in the basement on Pine Street. I don't know if y'all remember Ty, used DJ, and actually I think he.
Oh yeah, that's my man.
Yeah, I think he taught Doc B how to DJ back then.
He was part of the same crew.
Because I remember Doc B being down there.
Crew.
Yep. Wow. So I heard it coming out of their basement because they used to always be down there practicing DJing and shit, and their windows was always open. You know what I'm saying, right? And they used to stay like 2 doors down from Nick Nice and them, like right across from Wayne House. They used to watch the cars. They used to stay right across the street from there. And they used to, and that's when I heard the song, because I didn't know who he was or what he looked like or none of that. But when I seen the video, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, then that's, and to be real with you, that's like really when I like really tuned into the song, because videos used to catch me more than, you know what I'm saying? So when you see the video, it like open you up to the song. Pause. But that was like a real situation coming off that, and then to learn that he was dissing MC Shan was like, oh shit, like he coming at him, but I didn't know how, you know what I'm saying, like how he would hold it or how he would carry it. But for him after that song with another like hip hop classic to me, it was just like, yo, he nice, you know what I'm saying? But around that time, when I'm like 6.
Yeah,
around that time.
That's the first 2 songs you heard too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because they carried, like I'm sure that they came from New York,
and then that beat was crazy.
The radio
the beat was crazy, bro. It was like
radio went crazy with him, man, and just back. I mean, it was like you knew it was coming on, like it was just part of the rotation. All you had to do was sit there for like a good 30 minutes. It was coming back on.
You're gonna hear it again,
yeah, it's coming back.
It was only right.
I didn't even know what Dope Beats was yet at that point, but I just know, especially The Bridge Is Over, I just knew I liked that beat. Like I just knew it made me bob my head. Like I knew that was something different.
It's still that beat is still that beat is still to this day.
Biggs used to kill that shit in his .8, man. He used to kill that song.
That beat is crazy to this day.
Yeah,
that was Biggs' boy back then.
That's how you gotta come at cats though. If you come out with a diss record, you gotta come hard.
And listen, he wasn't beats, fucking around.
Rhymes, everything. He dissed the whole crew.
Yeah, he wasn't. He dissed the whole borough.
So the whole borough, but selective people. He ain't dissed the whole Juice Crew. Some people he did, some people he didn't.
It's funny that you say that.
He knew not to.
You know where this came from, right?
You know what I mean? So I know the whole background. I know what happened.
This came. Well, this talk about it.
I mean, from what I heard, it was like basically they went to the radio station and wanted to get their music played by what's the dude name that passed away? Magic.
Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Magic.
And Mr. Magic dissed them.
Yeah.
Like y'all not Juice Crew.
Yeah,
y'all
because he was down with the Juice Crew.
Right.
Yeah,
he's like,
Mr.
you're not
Magic.
them, so he like took their record off and literally threw it in the trash. And he like, what? He dissing us? No, we're not whack. You're whack. So he went, you know what I mean, went to the crib, went to the lab and came with that shit.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. Yeah, that's exactly it. And they was really just trying to get on at the end of the day.
Yeah. They weren't trying to get
Ox made a good point. It's really 50 Cent, the same kind of format, blueprint that 50 Cent followed. KRS One did that first. That's what 50 was doing. What KRS One and them was doing.
Just trashing people just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Just get
It worked.
It worked. Got it on.
Oh, it worked.
It worked.
And he said it to this day. He said if FC Shan never responded, we would never be heard of. They would never even know who they was.
Wow.
Well, look, KRS One has an interesting story for for those that may be younger and don't know anything about KRS One. He's 60 years old, so he's been in the game for a long time.
Word.
But he was born Lawrence Parker, and he was actually born in Brooklyn, New York, on August 20th, 1965. His biological father wasn't in his life. But his biological father is from Barbados, hence Phil, that's where the island, stuff comes from. His mother, she was from America. He had like a troubled childhood from like the beginning, man. His mom was in a relationship. He was actually named after his stepfather, which was named John Parker, and and then they moved to Harlem, but he used to like beat his mom real crazy, so they ended up leaving. Him moving to the Bronx, him and his little brother Kenny Parker, they ended up moving around New York off and on because his mom was like got in another relationship where she was getting physically abused. He ended up running away from home like several times because he just wasn't feeling it. At 16, he left for like permanently, and he was living homeless in New York. He was homeless, and he eventually went to a group home in the Bronx. He developed. That's where he developed his love for hip hop in the group home in New York. And by the time he started honing his MC skills, he was also a graffiti writer as well. In 1984, he was living in a homeless shelter. When he met, that's when he met Scott LaRock. Scott LaRock was a youth counselor at the homeless shelter. So that's where they started their DJ MC relationship at that point. And he did, like I said, he did street graffiti under the name KRS One. Also, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone, which is the acronym for
hard
that.
graffiti.
Yeah, that is. So together, him and Scott LaRock, they formed Boogie Down Productions. And in the beginning, what's my man name? What's the DJ name? D Nice was just them three in the beginning. Then they ended up having a lot of other members as well. But then they put together their debut album, Criminal Minded, right here, man. That came out in 1997. But it's crazy because it was like the success of this form of BDP was short-lived because Scott LaRock got killed in 1987 too.
Like 5 months after the album came out.
And the reason he got killed was because of D Nice.
Yeah, because
D Nice is messing with this dude's girl, and they beat him up, and then they beat D Nice up, and then they went back to look for the dudes, and then that's when Scott LaRock ended up getting shot and died, and then that is important for KRS One's story because from there, like Ox said, Criminal Minded was hard. Like Criminal Minded was like hardcore rap,
super street record. Man. It's got one of my favorite BDP KRS One tracks ever. Period. To this day, Poetry.
Poetry. I was
Poetry is
poetry.
That shit, man. When I heard Poetry, I said, man, whoa. This nigga right here is
he different
like that.
Then
Poetry,
Then he dropped. Then after Scott LaRock got killed, he had to regroup. Change up everything. He started to stop the violence movement. His message in his music changed overall. When he came back, By All Means Necessary, his next BDP album. Then it kind of everything.
It was hard too. It was hard.
Yeah, it definitely was hard. That was hard.
See the Malcolm looking?
Yeah, that was hard. Yeah. But he changed his overall format, of his music.
The whole content
changed.
The content changed. Yeah.
And then he released more. He released several more BDP albums. Then he started releasing albums on the KRS One. I'm not sure exactly how many albums he's up to at this point. Maybe
13. It was like 13 at one point.
Yeah, he released
last time I counted. It might be more than that.
A lot of projects, man. And
he was a machine.
And not only that, he's like heavy in just the culture period, man. Whether it's graffiti, whether it's just some freestyling type time, performance. Like he really is about teaching
art,
the culture, man. Not just
he was
about
heavy
not
art,
just about the music.
He the teacher.
Yeah, he is the teacher. He is the teacher. So, like, how would y'all describe KRS style, if you could describe his style as an MC? How would you describe it?
Man, just pure force, man. The lyrical flow, everything, breath control, getting the word play out, you know what I mean? And making sure you hear every word. You can't, you understand everything he's saying, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing deciphered, you got rewinded. Yeah, the clarity is incredible.
His clarity was crazy. His cadence, his diction and clarity, man. It was like, I thought I could rap after listening to him, and that's not like it's because he talked to you. It wasn't like he was rapping and it felt like it was difficult. He was extremely intelligent. His vocabulary and the grammar was on point, but the way he did it, man, the way his delivery, his clarity was insane, and you felt like you could rap. You felt like you could. You heard every single word. It was not. You couldn't misconstrue anything. You heard every even to this day, you can clearly recite his lyrics because of his clarity. His clarity was on point.
Well, the term MC comes from master of the ceremony, and he was really like that, a master of the ceremony. When he got on the mic, he controlled everything. And I think with him, it wasn't really about he come from an era where you got he's compared to Rakim. Big Daddy Kane, like Rakim, super lyrical. Big Daddy Kane, like the metaphor, real cool, slick, slick.
That's the
word,
original Big Three.
Slick
That
flow.
was Big Three. Yeah.
KRS One, it wasn't really about like always being like super lyrical. It was just about his presence on the mic was so heavy, like his control over the mic. Like it wasn't about like he was gonna give you this crazy
big nose bullet.
He just had the presence, man, was different.
He was just as lyrical as they were, but his content was so far left from theirs. Even with Rakim and how he had some enlightenment in his lyrics, it wasn't nowhere near KRS One. KRS One was more culturally educated. Ours was like a spiritual sort of thing. His was more for the culture, man. And I guess that was the original Big Three, man. He was definitely part of that original Big Three between Kane, Rakim, and KRS One. Like that was the original, to me, the original Big Three.
It just seemed like to me, KRS One, when you always seen them three, or when they mentioned, it was like KRS One was just like so much deeper to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Like everybody was nice, but like
Very
Chris
deep,
was just deep, man. He was deep, and he had you thinking about some shit and having to listen to it more than once. You know what I'm saying? Rakim was like that as well, but it just was different with Chris, man, because like he instantly became one of my favorites from the rip, because he like opened me up more to like other lyrics of like to really think about some shit, or like matter of fact, let me look this up, see what this is. You know what I'm saying? And,
a lot of societal impacts in his lyrics and stuff.
And to this day, he's still the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like even when he go a cappella and he do his little joints, them joints be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Is he still to this day probably the best freestyler you heard?
Absolutely, hands down.
That's his lane. Like that's one of his lanes. That's what he do. I think
Y'all seen him, excuse me. Y'all seen him freestyle lately? Y'all seen some of the
I haven't
videos
seen
he
him
put up?
lately, but
I have seen him on like different stages. Like he just grabbed the mic and just started. Matter of fact, he did it when he came to Wilmington, did he?
Yeah,
he freestyled. Yeah, he did. Like I think that's part of his show. He just freestyled.
yeah, he's incredible with that.
I think he made a good point. I think he more like he would be more like Chuck D to me. Like his voice. Like he got a powerful voice.
He's more of a rapper's rapper than Chuck D. Chuck D, they're aligned politically and socially, but he's more of a rapper. Chuck D is more of a
preacher
activist.
to me. Yeah,
Chuck D's
like
more of an activist. He's really
a
a
preacher
rapper.
to me.
He's a rapper.
know that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a rapper.
I think they both.
I think
both
KRS One
activists.
could toe the line of a bunch of different things. Like that he got like a lot of different sides. Like Criminal Minded was his hard side. Then he got the teacher. Then he got some straight hip hop. Like I just want to rap. Like,
See, I don't think Chuck could touch his versatility.
No.
Chuck is, and no disrespect to Chuck in no way, shape, or form. But I think we talking about that's a different class, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is a master class. Not to say Chuck wasn't great, but You talking about a master
lyricals?
here, man? Yeah, lyrically,
lyrical,
subject matter, his versatility on the mic. Chuck can't touch that, man. Chuck is great in his own right, but he can't touch that. Man.
Right.
And
I agree with that.
that's no disrespect to Chuck, but he can't touch that. No.
All right, so we had one of our most viral episodes because of somebody at this table. What's beef, man?
Oh.
And
Who are you talking about?
I don't know who I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just
Everybody
saying.
here peaceful.
I'm just saying we was viral.
We need
That's
another
all
one
I
of them. I
know.
don't know how we gonna get it, but we need another one of them.
All I know is we was
Yeah.
viral. But we talked about hip hop and a lot of the beefs over the years, and we was talking a little bit about KRS One and what he did. But what KRS One did in the game when he came at MC Shan and responded to the bridge? Like, what did that do to the history of like rap beefs for the things that came afterwards?
You gotta think he changed it. He changed it from the door from like, first of all, he's naming cats on record. He let you know, I'm coming at y'all, I'm better than y'all, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
You
pretty
know
much.
what I mean? So a lot of cats wasn't really, back then there was a lot of battles or beefing like that. If they it was like behind the scene or they weren't naming nobody. He was naming cats.
Yeah. This. Can we say this is really the first high profile on wax beef?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What you think? What you think, Ox?
Well, I think now we got the Roxanne UTFO but first.
So what? So,
Yeah,
but we.
and
I
we
think
did-
that what year is that? Let's date it. Let's time
Oh,
stamp
the
it.
Roxanne and UTFO, oh shit, that's 80, 82, 83. Definitely by 84. And then before that,
That did take off crazy though. That was a crazy.
It did, yeah. Because that was
did crazy.
multiple responses.
Yeah, I know the response. Yeah.
It's that shit spawned a whole rapper
like
that wasn't even that
females.
what
Works.
But I digress.
Real
Yeah.
Roxanne, this.
But I think this is like
This one
I
right
said,
here.
high profile though. This is
Yeah, I think this took it to another level.
yeah.
though.
This was
Like,
big.
Yeah.
This was big,
This
and it
was
was
two his songs.
disrespectful too.
It's two his songs
It
though.
was disrespectful.
He's cursing. Cats weren't cursing back then on the record.
This was two his songs too.
Yeah, definitely two hit songs.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm gonna say yes.
And they was playing these songs in the parties, the
Yeah,
clubs. Like
absolutely.
these was hitting different.
Yeah,
like
these
they,
Just put them on the map.
This was like real, overall like a high quality of music back then, man. But
Could
it
you
just happened to be a
imagine-
diss song.
Could you imagine
These
being from
beats
the Bronx?
was you hear these beats?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, Nas said that like this shut Queens down. QB
For-
Queens
for a
down.
while.
In his words,
Until he came
it was
out.
a dark time.
Until he came out.
In
He
his
said the
words,
shit
it was
was
a
hot.
dark
Like
time.
Dark Ages.
He said he couldn't help it. You know, him
He
and
said-
Fifth said like they couldn't help it. The shit was hot.
Yeah, they had to like it. It was.
You know what I'm
it was
saying?
on fire.
He said it was a
He
dark
said
time.
it was like a black cloud. He said it was
I hated it, but I loved it at the
like
same
a
time.
black cloud.
He said, but thanks to that, it
motivated.
fueled everybody from. Think about that. One song fueled an entire Queens rap
Absolutely.
movement.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I made him.
Because
on
that
his bag.
generation,
Think
the
about
generation watching this under it, that was my age, heard that and felt like, damn, like y'all cats can't do nothing about this.
Right.
All right, watch me. Watch me. Fuck. Could you imagine that kind of battery in your back as a young boy, man?
But I'm gonna say like probably no good music came out of Queensbridge into the '90s, right?
Yeah.
It's because of this.
'Cause of that, yeah.
Because think about it. You figure they dropped this,
Right.
And they quote unquote win the battle, and from then on, the Blastmaster is the man. So at that point, I'm not giving nothing from Queens aside from LL who's already
Yeah,
established,
yeah,
and he
say
run.
that.
And running them.
I ain't giving nobody from Queens no run.
But that's still Queens though.
That's definitely Queens.
Yeah,
Queens.
but
He said he
He
talking
said
about new
Queens.
music.
I thought you talking
I ain't giving no
Queensbridge.
new music no run.
You talking
Queens,
the whole
period.
Queens or Queens?
Queens,
Okay.
yeah.
Queens, period. Because think of, okay, now if memory serves me correct, running them's already on.
Yeah,
So
they
this
been
don't
on.
affect
They was
them.
on first.
Nah, you ain't fuck.
Now, if you're from the bridge, you definitely not getting no run. But it's hard for Queens niggas. You know? 'Cause
LL was on too.
L was still
L was already
L was
on.
on
Absolutely.
L was already
85,
on
L was
though.
on.
L's already on. Running the Boys is already on.
Which
So
tribe dropped? 88 or 89?
It was like, I think 89, I think. Maybe 88 or 89, one of the two.
Maybe
I
89.
think it was 89.
I was in
Might have
ninth
been-
grade.
might have been 89.
I was in ninth grade. I do the knowledge on
I
that.
think it's
I think
89.
that might be 89, but yeah.
But if you're doing the whole Queens borough,
It was. Go
then
ahead.
I guess like you said, L's killing it still.
Yeah, L's already on,
Ryan's
though.
still
They already on.
But you talking about for new people?
Yeah, new people.
people,
Yeah,
okay.
made it hard for them.
Yeah, man. It
Definitely made it
did.
hard.
It was difficult.
Queens QB, nah.
Yeah, they-
Queens, I don't know. But yeah, it's because of this record, man, and that's the impact that it had.
So when Scott LaRock got killed, and he went from Criminal Minded, which was a big success, to he switched it up. And All Means Necessary was great in its own right, but it was his message changed. That's when you got the Stop the Violence movement. That's when you got the self-destruction. That video and all that with that movement. But his message changed.
Yeah.
What do you think that did for his career and even for his fans listening to him? Do you think even some people might even say that hurt him a little bit? Because he was hard and Criminal Minded. It was a different.
What you think in real time? What you think? 'Cause
In real time.
I got my own opinion, but what you think in real time?
Yeah. So the Bully album, the Criminal Minded came out heavy. He lost his DJ, and then when he came back with that, it was like, okay, we see what happened to him, self destruction. So we just said, okay, all right, he flipping the script, he changing up his game plan. But that joint was so hard. Now it's still something on there.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
There's still something on there. He coming at you, you know what I mean? Dishing people on there and talking that gangster shit, but it ain't as hard as Criminal. And then we seen the change in him, man. So after that was devastating. I remember when I heard Scott LaRock got hit. You know what I mean? That hurt. And I really, like I said, I really wasn't the biggest fan, but I felt sorry for the situation. And the album cover, we had the cassettes and the album cover, that same album you got right there, Carl. So it hit, and then of course his change, and then he matched right into the Teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and
That's
went
when
on
it
from
really-
there.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful though. I thought it was
The Teacher.
in
You know what I'm saying?
in real
It was amazing.
time. I mean, he was rapping on this album, man. I'm talking. This nigga was rapping on this album. You could see the maturity. Not to say he wasn't mature on Criminal Minded, but the change in direction and content, it was clear as day. I mean, he stepped it up. And then, not to mention, he produced this entire album.
Yeah, he did.
He produced this.
Scott
So he
LaRock
was
was
working,
producing on
man.
the first album.
Yeah, he was working. So I can appreciate the maturity as an artist, as a man, and it came through in this particular album.
All right, so look, let me ask y'all a question then, because a lot of times we see hip hop artists that come out, they young, they got a certain sound, and then over time we see them mature into a different sound. Did the Scott LaRock situation make him like mature quick, a little faster than he was supposed to?
Most definitely.
I would
Most
think
definitely.
so. I mean,
And I think Public played a little bit of it too. Public had came out and they was around that same era. Public had their little wordplay going on, so it was like they was the two conscious guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there was the conscious thing was blowing up and real big, away from the LL situation with the ropes and chains and run situation. So they went into that lane. So they was all always together, and preaching the same thing. So I think that played a part too. Public Enemy, man, you can't leave that out. I know he had some type of input
Absolutely.
on Chris on how he made his move.
Absolutely, because you gotta look at it, man. Public Enemy was like one of the biggest groups around this time. You know what I'm saying? Impact wise for sure.
Undeniable.
And then what they stood for, how they was moving. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never hear about Public Enemy having no beefs.
Nah.
For real. It's like motherfuckers knew better. You know what I'm saying? So for him to come in under that same umbrella, but have just like a whole different type vibe with his shit, but like you said, Phil, more come from Chris to me than Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's just a little bit more well-rounded as far as touching on everything. You know what I'm saying? When Public Enemy was like, I got a lot of, righteous from them, like, against the oppressor.
Very militant.
Yeah, very militant.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I'm
very militant, and I like how the two played off of each other, because we needed at that time both.
saying? Yeah.
We got KRS One being intelligent and teaching, from his perspective, and you got Chuck doing his thing from his perspective, and it all blended well. We needed both of them. It was like two sides of a coin. But yeah, the Blastmaster, man, was
And to me, I just think the violence wasn't on that level like how it is now back then, man.
Nah.
It's like totally different. You know what I'm saying? So when you
Rumbles.
Well, I think they were
Yeah,
talking.
it
I
was
think
a lot
they were
of
talking. They
rumbles,
was
you know
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
different. They
Now,
were
if you
talking
got
about
Deli
different
after a
kind of violence.
rumble, you know what I'm saying? That's something different. But like jokers just clapping motherfuckers.
No, but you could get some knife work. You can get hopped on. And I think
Bats.
they was talking about a different type of violence. They was
Yeah.
at that time. You know, police brutality was starting to rear its
Absolutely,
ugly head.
absolutely.
They was also speaking about a lot of black on black
Yeah,
crime
black on
at
black
the time.
crime.
So that's the
Yeah.
violence that they were talking about. Because you know, like wasn't nobody really getting clapped like that, like you said. But it was definitely violence. But they were speaking more from overall violence against
The most violence
black people.
came
You know what I
from
mean?
police brutality and
Yeah.
things of that nature, not us going against each other.
So would y'all say Scott LaRock was the first big like hip hop loss?
Yeah, early.
From my recollection,
I'm
me
trying to think. Was it
personally,
anybody else?
I can't
before
recall
him?
anyone, and I'm pretty sure there may have been.
As far as
or maybe
violence?
they may not have been.
Yeah,
As far as violence?
yeah.
Gun violence?
Gun
Yeah.
violence,
Gun
yeah.
violence.
I can't recall anybody
And-
before
and,
him.
And he was like kind of early too. Like you said, we
Yeah.
still didn't know who
Do you
he
remember
was.
anybody, Ox? Anybody like a prominent hip hop figure dying from gun violence?
Did they ever
or-
catch who did that to him?
I think they just like caught one of them.
That's crazy.
What?
I think they just did. Let me.
What was that, like
Nah,
10
go ahead,
years
Carl,
ago?
I'm sorry.
10 years ago.
But no, nobody.
I'm saying that they
Nah.
just found that they found dude that,
That
you know
was
what I'm saying?
1987.
I'm talking about the dude that they just found out that.
That's crazy if they just find. Yeah, I think that might have been the first like big hip hop law. I can't think of nobody that got killed. It was a lot of people afterwards, but
course,
but
Yeah, authorities found and convicted 2 men of the 2002 murder of Jam Master Jay, Carl Jordan Jr.
no, that's Jam Master J though. That's Jam Master J.
Talking about Scott LaRock.
Scott LaRock.
Okay,
no.
Scott LaRock. Okay.
Yeah. I knew the Jam Master J.
I
was-
stand corrected.
Yeah, I knew the Jam Master J.
It's the Kilroy, man. Chill. It's
Get
the
that right.
Kilroy.
Yeah,
My
word.
bad. I'm tripping.
So look,
Okay.
so another question I got for y'all. So KRS One, he came in the early. You know, a lot of people call that the original golden age. It was the late '80s of
Yes.
hip hop when everybody was really starting to. It got past the hippie to the hippity hop when like dudes had like a presence.
Real
on,
had-
like,
real- yeah,
they
versus-
like yeah, like and it was
real
making-
lyrics.
and was making projects.
Yes.
So my thing is,
did that.
my thing is, it says it says no killer was ever found. No, I mean I'm sure the streets probably know, but it says it says no killer was ever found or in charge for the Scott LaRock murder. To this day, that's crazy. So that's unsolved murder.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
You know that that drove a wedge between him and D Nice.
I mean, think about it, yeah. And I'm just thinking about D Nice having to live with that. That had to be tough.
That guilt was heavy.
That had to
on
be
him.
tough,
It was
man.
Heavy, it was heavy on D Nice.
Yeah, I could see how that would like mess you up, man.
You can't blame him, though. You can't blame him because they went back.
He was a young boy. D Nice
hood
was a
shit.
young boy.
They
hood
went
shit.
back. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
you
hood
can't.
shit, you know what I mean?
You couldn't. You couldn't hold it on him because they went back. You know, if it happened, it happened. But now we going back with force. Shit happened on the comeback.
KRS didn't feel that way.
Yeah, but
He was hot.
It's consequences
He ain't
of
talked to him
hood
for
shit.
years.
yeah.
We
Well,
all
I
know
hope
that.
they fix it now. You
They
know
cool
what I'm
now.
Nah, they good now.
They
They
good
good
now. But
now.
I'm saying for
They
years
good
they ain't speaking.
saying? Yeah.
Change BDP
But
forever.
it probably was some reality hitting KRS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To really, to stomach that because like at the end of the day they went back. Like it was over. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost, but they went back, to try to, get it in blood.
So KRS One was one of the most respected MCs from that era, and then hip hop kind of started changing as we went into the '90s. Where do you feel like around what years do you feel like KRS One kind of started to get lost in the shift in hip hop as far as like the audience and how they was receiving them?
The rise of West Coast music, to me personally, I think, because
So
the fascination shift. KRS One was still potent, still elite MC, but the fascination and hip hop and the business of hip hop shifted west.
Talk to me.
So that to me kind of, because I mean that wasn't just KRS One though.
No, it was a lot of people.
Everybody fell under that umbrella.
Yeah.
That wasn't just KRS One.
Probably other than LL.
It's unfair.
Yeah, I mean LL was
unfair.
a national. I mean he was a superstar.
Yeah, national
So if you
superstar.
wasn't a superstar, I think the whole
L
East
had
Coast.
tracks though. He ain't have too
Yeah, I think
good
if you
albums.
from
to me.
the
But I
East
mean,
Coast,
Run
it just-
at some point.
Run DMC even they felt
A lot of
too.
people
I
fell
think
under
that,
that
I
crowd.
think that was a twofold thing. it was their time, and everything was shifting. Period. They
also-
had already had their impact.
They also was a lot earlier. Too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, them,
Absolutely.
at that time, you talking what? How long had they been in the game? Because you figured West Coast popped off when
90? No.
89.
NWA. You talking about NWA?
89. NWA popped off.
Can't call
89.
Ice-T. Ice-T, you know what started.
Running them 8 years.
We
That's,
heard.
that's a long time.
Yeah, they've been
Dominance,
in the
though.
game for 8 years.
Running it was dominant. Man. So
Global.
That's more of a timing thing too. So I can't say that it was running them suffer from that. Running them
their
was
time. It was their time.
I mean,
So it was nothing that it's nothing that that KRS One could have did to kind of have a longer run.
that wave that came from the West Coast was, if you thought this was violent,
Wait until you hear NWA.
listen, that was.
But I mean, NWA is really the same time though as this.
Yeah, and that's
This
when they
is
got.
matter of fact,
that's
this
when
is
the ship
before.
changed.
It was
I mean,
different.
this is 2 years before NWA.
Because
It was
this was
NWA the posse.
this was almost censored to a degree.
That's 87.
NWA was literally
Anything
off the
goes.
rails. It was, and it was new, and it gave us a glimpse into what was going on in Cali. We had no idea what was going on over there,
Yeah.
Yup.
and it was
the
different.
unsaid.
It was
the
violent. It
unsaid.
was hard hitting, and it just anything that was around that time just got swept up in that.
But then,
wave.
as we said, he switched too. So he wasn't even making that kind of music
Absolutely.
no more. He was the teacher at that point.
So then you got to ask the question: was it really, him switching up? I personally think it was more of just that phenomenon coming through, and anything at that time had to take a back seat. Sometimes that happens in rap, where you got a phenomenon that comes through, and you just got to. That's that Dr. Dre NWA movement, man.
Absolutely.
You got Run with the Wave.
They was cool, man. They was
Run with the
listen.
Wave.
They was as cool as Run DMC was. As cool as Run DMC was, NWA was just as cool because they had niggas running to the store getting NWA. Raiders hats,
gear.
black gear. It had that same effect as Run DMC. That's what that. So it wasn't necessarily KRS One. That wasn't the sole catalyst. It was just that was a wave, man. And we've seen waves before. We've seen waves before.
It was a hell of a wave.
It happened. Like I said, it happened. That happened.
And then it was just that whole Wu-Tang. And then after NWA, then even the East Coast, then you got Wu-Tang, you got Biggie, you got Nas. It just took a shift.
Absolutely.
And he's still
West Coast.
he's still as elite as a rapper as you could get.
Now.
Period. It's just
Today.
styles and interests and flavors change, and he was no longer in vogue at that time. He was still relevant from a rapping standpoint, but you got to be a rapper's rapper or a rap fan, a hip hop fan,
Absolutely.
to appreciate KRS One at
Absolutely.
that time.
Absolutely.
What do you think about that, Ox? What happened, man? What happened with Chris, man?
Well, what happened with Chris was the change of the lyrical flow, and like Phil said, it went to the West, but what he was spitting, it changed over, and then you got to the glamour and glitz in the 90s. You know what I mean? Nas came with his work, you know what I mean? And, Big just flipped on him, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, and it's still to this day, 2025, he still can spit. He still has the presence.
Right.
He still brings them out to his shows. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Just the making of the songs right now.
Very dope shows, too.
Yeah.
So you do the math, man. These rappers, they got a 5-year window. You know what I mean? You do the real math, 6 year window.
Short
shelf.
You know what I mean? You got your outliers, you got your L's, you got your J's. You know what I mean? But, for the most part, you get that 5 window and you the hottest thing going and it moves on. You know what I mean?
He got a song talking about that.
Let's think of
how long they got longevity in it.
think about it though. You think because he wasn't only you got Big Daddy,
I'm number
Rakim,
one. I'm number one.
Rakim. They took a backseat too because
Absolutely.
you got a new Trinity forming. You got that new hunger coming through. So now. You got a new style, you got a new interest. Rap is bigger now. It's big money in rap now. Yeah, it's different. It's just different. It's not has nothing to do with KRS One because he's still, like I said, elite level, but it's just different now. Rap was different. It just changed.
Let's talk about KRS One's cultural impact, man. The fashion for that time, man. You know, the leathers, you know, the hats, and Criminal Minded, you know, they was, you know, I don't know, this is more like Dope Boy Fresh at that time, man. You know, the chains, the dope leathers, man.
You want to talk about the wooden chains and shit he be wearing? the
wooden
joints,
the
dookie ropes made out of wood.
That's the later KRS.
No, that's the later gear. I'm talking about the
later
80s
Blastmaster.
gear. I'm talking about the 80s gear.
Well, for
Criminal Minded Blastmaster.
African Festival.
For the African Festival pieces, I wasn't digging that shit.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the late '80s KRS One, man. That's how he evolved into all that, the medallions and all that. Yeah. But earlier, man, like even the All Means Necessary, man. Like that, the cover, man, the Malcolm X cover, man. Like looking out the window, that was hard, man. The black and white leather where they got BDP on there.
That jacket was dope.
It was hard, man. Yeah. Did I remember that My Philosophy video when he came back? Like that's
all Dapper Dan work though, Carl. That's all Dapper Dan work though. You know what I'm saying? That's how Dapper Dan came in the game and and took the culture over in a certain way. With he created a whole wave with that MCM, the Gucci stuff. You know how he was playing it in different ways for our culture because Gucci wasn't really into the hip hop lane like that, so he took them big names and made them hip hop.
Made his own.
You feel what I'm saying? So like them leathers you might see, that's all Dapper Dan work.
Yeah, Rakim had it.
Rakim was another big one.
Eric B.
I remember seeing Ultramagnetic.
Shit, D Nice had it. D Nice was rocking that shit heavy. Heavy D.
You had to get something from Dapper Dan, man.
That man was styling everybody.
Culturally though, I appreciated his approach to education in terms of how he was teaching us, and he was really talking different shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't just talking street level shit. He did that, but then he graduated from that.
Yeah, he graduated,
and it showed like how
he give you a lot of history.
Yeah,
he give you that black
he taught you history itself.
Yeah.
He gave you political awareness. KRS One was a lot of things wrapped in one, man. Culturally, he was the first one to enlighten you. You know what I mean? Well, not the first one, but he was a prominent one to enlighten you. And in a way that you could digest. Easily digestible, man, and not due to the simplicity, but just his delivery and the way he structured everything, man. It was just easy.
His whole approach was like, he wanted to teach everybody to get in touch with yourself, understand where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, yo, whatever you're trying to do, he gonna let you know like it's a better way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he was dope, man. I ain't gonna lie though.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that because they say people are around for seasons and reasons, right? So do y'all think that a part of him being so seasoned now is the reason behind his brother death or Scholar Rock? Basically, is that like a good reason for him to be the way that he is now? And
I don't want this to come across the wrong way.
Because before that, it looked like he was real, when the KRS I was introduced to, he was on that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he was with the drama. You know what I'm saying?
That was a life-changing moment for him.
Yeah, I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but I'm glad it happened. You know what I mean? In the sense of
you got a different person.
Because think about it, because if that doesn't happen, who knows where this KRS One goes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This KRS One may have gone the route of a NWA. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where because he matured, it helped me understand more mature themes in rap. Rakim and Big Daddy as more mature rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Became a teacher.
We wouldn't have got what's it called? The edutainment? We would have got that. I don't think we would have got that album.
At all, no.
Yeah, and you got to give him credit because he didn't just stick with the norm with what was going on. He stood on business. He stood on that business, man. He taught us. He educated us. He made us aware. Yeah, absolutely, man. That was his big cultural impact.
That's how it was back then. You always want to try to do something else different, bring something different to the table.
And as far as the swag though, Carl, and the guys at the table, man, I don't think nobody. I don't know if we wanted to dress like KRS One. You know what I mean? That wasn't. I wasn't following that up, man. You know, we had LL, we had running them to run under. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was with that type of swag now.
He was just aligned with the hip hop fashion during that way, and he stayed within the realms of what was going on.
We didn't look at him for
but
that.
because of his platform, like he made statements that you remember. He had cultural moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the My Philosophy. I always remember the My Philosophy video. That video is in my head. Like when I think of KRS One, I actually think of that video.
Yeah.
When you look back at it in hindsight, they were swagged out.
I probably think about all 4 of them.
What Sneaky had on in that My Philosophy video? Remember Sneaky? Yeah.
Jordan 3s.
No doubt. All
Damn,
black
you're
joints.
right.
Yes, he did.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah, the cements, the black cements.
Yeah. Remember also the other video with what's the John
That's
called?
a good catch.
The movie.
Damn.
I'm gonna get you sucker. Remember I'm gonna get you sucker movie.
Remember
he's in that?
Yeah, he was in that too.
Jack and Spade.
Jack and
Spade.
Jack and Spade.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
That was a big track too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Has anybody, what artists you think that came out? And they don't have to be like new school artists. Like this artist that came out, they could be 90s or whatever. What artists do you think got KRS One DNA in them that you can clearly see?
Killer Mike, for me.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that.
I like that a lot. That's a good one. That's a good one, Freak.
What's the two brothers came up with the song?
That's a horrible question.
That's a real good one, Freak. I like that.
Damn, I like that.
I ain't even think about it. That's a real good one. I like that a lot.
You told me to go back and listen to the one album with the two brothers. You said it was dope. I went back and listened to it. I said it was dope. Who was it?
Where were they from?
They from New York too. They had a song. It ain't hip hop.
Two brothers.
Two dudes. They're not brothers. Like related. I'm trying to think.
They from New York.
They from New York. Yeah, they had a real political album too.
Oh, you talking about Dear Prez.
Dead Prez.
Okay. I can see that.
Dead Prez is like a weird mashup of KRS One and Public Enemy.
See what I'm saying? You feel me?
But then Killer Mike is.
That's a good one. Killer Mike is like Ice Cube and KRS One to me.
Yeah.
A little with both. But that's real good. I like that.
That's a hard. That's like, and I think that speaks to his uniqueness that there hasn't been that many individuals captured that essence.
Well, I think it's people that got parts of them. Like I think 50 has parts of this criminal minded.
Okay, when you talking about that,
That's
because
small
that was short lived.
I mean, 50,
absolutely.
50 says, even though he's from Queens, he says like the bridge is over is like one of his favorite joints.
That was quick.
But I'm just talking about,
you gotta think
but
about.
I'm talking about that. But 50 looks at that KRS One and that inspired him. So
you gotta look at his lens, his context. You know what I mean? At the time, in real time, he's a Queens person.
Yeah,
and he's directly affected by that. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that.
I think coming from the Bronx, I think it's parts of Fat Joe that are KRS One influence. He said that's his favorite rapper.
Well, Fat Joe had no choice. KRS One is a hero in the Bronx.
Right.
Fat Joe stayed criminal minded. You know what I mean? He we talking about this KRS One or this KRS One and on because this KRS One I think is I don't want to say easy, but as far stylistically, this one is easier to emulate than this one because this one has to take some conviction to emulate.
Now I'm gonna tell you somebody that I think got this KRS One and this KRS One in them that y'all may not think about.
I know where you're going.
Tupac.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go
the political side,
and
then he just was
that
straight
dichotomy,
hardcore,
that contradiction, absolutely. But see, the thing about that is, did he play to the contradiction at the same time? I think that was the duality with Tupac. Was
that's what made him special.
Was interesting.
He was
KRS One didn't waffle. KRS One was
strictly one way
business with,
and that's how I feel about Killer Mike. Killer Mike is about business each time. And if it was a great debate on certain shit, I don't see nobody else going up against KRS One but Killer Mike. If they both had a mic and I had to pick somebody, you know what I'm saying, to talk about some high political.
Hey, man, you gotta listen. That clip, that's crazy. Killer. I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking K Dot.
Really?
I was thinking K Dot, man.
Okay.
I was thinking K Dot.
Okay.
More along. I think he's a good blend of both.
Okay. I wasn't thinking about that either.
I was thinking him a good blend of both. With K. Dot. He's extremely political.
Okay.
Extremely conscious, but I mean, we know he can get busy.
Yeah.
You know, he gets busy. He's gotten busy. Right. So yeah, I think he embodies that. He definitely embodies that.
If you're gonna say that, then I think you could throw a little J. Cole in there too.
Definitely.
I think you could throw a little
Nah,
J.
J. Cole
Is Cole
bitched
as
up.
conscious as?
No, you can't just
J.
take
Cole bitched up. I'm looking at overall. I'm not going there.
You can't just say
Man, you call it what you want, man.
About the battle.
The stigma of that shit just turned me off.
Yeah, it does.
We ain't gonna even use that example.
When we think of
That's a bad example.
When we think of
I'm talking about
Blastmaster ain't ducking no shit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking overall.
Fuck that overall shit.
You just
Carl.
go
Miss
with that
me
all the time. Freak.
Miss me with that shit, nigga. You duck a fade, nigga. It's over. It's over. Shit get dim.
You can't recover. You can't recover from that.
This is
I ain't like that.
This
hurt me.
this is not to say Cole can't go.
I'm not saying that.
That's
It's
another
not saying
discussion.
that.
Is that another discussion, Carl?
That's wild.
But as far as the righteous side of Cole, of looking at the bigger picture, yes. But
The righteous
no comparison.
But this side,
Yeah.
nah, we can't. Nah, Cole,
we ain't doing that.
You got slay a nigga. You got to take it
Gotta
over
hang
head
a
off to
motherfucker
get
off the
that
roof.
back.
He gonna slay a cat and then say, I
It'll be
apologize.
too late though, man. Just stay in your lane.
Right.
Cole.
Nah, just do what you do.
Do
Drop
what
that
you
fall
do,
off,
man.
Cole.
But anyway,
Chill.
but,
Drop that fall off.
Y'all
man.
got one KRS song y'all can go with. What you going with? Just one.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Good question, man.
Just
That's a good
one.
question.
Lots of philosophy.
Just one.
It's either that. I'm still number one, man. You can't think about that. I think
I'm
y'all
still
forgot
number.
about
I'm
that.
still number one. That's
All
hard.
great
God.
picks.
Yeah.
When I
so
get in the
that's in there
car,
with me.
I'm putting on poetry.
Okay.
I'm putting on poetry. When I leave here, I'm putting on poetry.
I think. Well, and then
Put on poetry.
Let's not forget, love's gonna get you.
Love's gonna get you.
Listen, I mean,
Love,
but if we can recall, when he did his verses, didn't he do his verses?
He killed the fuck out of Kane.
Yeah, like that's listen. Kane wanted to freestyle. I don't necessarily think he wanted to go that direction either, but he was
Kane
getting
had a better
obliterated.
performance.
Yo,
He was getting
He killed
obliterated.
Kane.
I think so too.
Step into
I called my boy
Come on.
I called my boy Juice. I said, "Yo, KRS One killed your boy. he killed
Listen,
your boy."
I thought Kane's performance was like you said.
Kane
It was dope. It was
performed
dope.
well. He did a great, but you could listen.
But
you could tell
he was prepared. He prepared for the bull.
and he stayed out of that free because
knew he was gonna
Kane
kill
they had
him.
agreed to an actual freestyle. Like, okay, let's drop the beat and let's go head up. And KRS One agreed to it. And then when he got in the groove, nah, I ain't doing that.
Oh, you changed his mind? Oh, see, Duncan Smoke.
I don't remember that.
I'm whipping your ass.
I ain't
I'm
know
whipping
that.
your ass. I ain't changing nothing.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, they
I
agreed
catch
because
that.
if you Big Daddy Kane spoke about that in the interview.
Oh, later. Okay.
I did hear that.
That they
too. I did
agreed
hear
to. Was that how it went, Carl?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
he did
Yeah,
say
they
that.
agreed
Big
to
Daddy
a
Kane did say
they
that.
agreed to a small session
seen that,
of
yeah.
of some hip hop shit, some back and forth.
And he remixed
And Kane, and it's funny because if you ever watched,
He got off script with so many words.
When Kane is actually waiting for the beat to come, like the beat to like the drop, and them to do. KRS One, nah, I'm grooving, bro.
Straight up.
So you said I'm still
I know
number
that.
one for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, man.
Super
Yeah.
hard track, man.
You going with my philosophy? E?
My philosophy,
What you
yeah.
going with Phil?
Poetry.
Oh, poetry.
Poetry.
Freaks,
Putting
what
that
you
on,
going
I
with?
leave.
Skyrock out.
Oh, Jimmy. Super. No, that's super.
Nah,
Right?
he is
That's a
super
good one.
That's a great hip hop.
That be hard.
Come on, that shit.
That
yo.
beat is crazy.
You heard niggas go do
Listen,
that shit,
I'm
bro.
not mad at nobody's choices, man, because I think he got that many hits where You can't go wrong.
I'm gonna go. I'm with Edo. My overall favorite is My Philosophy, man.
I'm not mad at you.
That joint
My
crazy.
Philosophy
It's so
crazy,
impactful,
man.
though.
My Philosophy. That's my.
you
When I
can't
think
go wrong
about
with
that song, I think about like the essence of KRS One. To me,
Yeah.
that's like that represent like the essence of him.
I think that was, you could tell that was his way of, he was transforming.
He did.
He transformed.
And for that to be such a tough time for him, that was a hell of a. That was like a comeback to me.
Hell of a.
It was like, oh, I'm back. I had to reinvent myself,
need
but I'm
that
back.
poetry,
I'm still
man.
here.
So which one's better? First one or second one?
Well, let's go into that. Let's go into that, man. You know,
Oh, my
now,
bad,
now
my
we,
bad.
with the
Russian,
Boogie Down,
Russian,
with the
Russian.
Boogie Down, we included Boogie Down Productions in KRS One because he was the MC in both of them.
Oh, yeah, man,
So,
he the main one.
you know, what you going with? If you got a top 5 KRS One album, what you going with?
Like in order, or just name them like?
It gotta go. I mean, you gotta say who the best, who you like the most, right?
Damn. I'm up with that boom bap. That's the boom bap one.
Returning the Boom
That's my
Bap.
favorite one by him.
Straight up, huh?
That's my favorite one.
Why?
That boom bap goes. Ain't no skips.
So you going on Return of the Boom Bap #1?
Number one.
No, I'm not doing that.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
that's
you.
strong. That's strong,
That's you.
bro.
I can dig it.
That's
though.
strong,
I ain't
yeah.
mad at you.
That KRS One, him and Premier.
Turn the boom
Suckers act
back.
like they don't know.
Right. Think about the
MCs act like they don't know.
black cop on that joint too.
Nah, Black Cop on the
That's
KRS
the KRS
One.
One. The KRS One joint. Yeah.
So you going with Return of Boom Bap #1. Who you going with #2?
Oh yeah. Name them.
Oh, you just only doing one? You only got
I mean, I ain't know what order. I mean, all right.
I ain't got no order for these.
I was not really got no order. Maybe if I had to jump around, be like that one, be first.
It's a good album
This
right
one.
here, man.
I would love to do a goulash of all these drinks and just take them bangers off and
This dude like all his top hits.
He got a crazy greatest hits. He got a
Yeah.
crazy greatest
I'm
hits.
pretty sure Apple got one. You can wait on Apple, put in
Yeah,
essentials.
all of them do. All
Put
of them
Essentials
do.
in, and
Yeah.
they
Title
kinda
got
do-
one
yeah.
too. They got Essentials. KRS
Title, yeah,
One.
Title got one too. Yeah. I mean, y'all got.
Phil, what you got? What you got,
Who
Phil?
you go with first? Your album
I mean,
wise.
it's a toss up between these two at 1 or 2. Depending
I
on
agree.
what day.
How you feeling?
Yeah, depending on what day. And then,
Right, yo.
so, all right. 1, 2, 3, The Blueprint, Edutainment.
that's 5, ain't it?
That's fine, right?
Yeah, that's 5. Yeah,
5 quick one.
yeah.
I like Criminal Minded. Then I actually do like the Return of the Boom Bap #2. But then I like All Means Necessary too. I like that #3. Then I like the KRS One album. I like that. That got Black Cop on there. That's my joint. Then it's kind of like a tie between Edutainment and the Blueprint. Man, they kind of like on the same level to me, man.
Can I add something here? I want to give a special shout out to the KRS One Live Worldwide album.
I was supposed to say that shit.
That shit was fire too.
What?
Yes.
That's got the greatest improvised. It's going. That shit. That yo. Shout out
Nobody.
to.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Nobody ever put an album like that out ever. That joint was dope. Yo.
KRS
I
One
fell in love with that album.
Live Worldwide.
That was my
Yeah.
joint.
Listen to that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's the true essence
Yes.
of KRS One.
Yes.
Go ahead, fellas.
Good one. That was a good one.
Rapologist, you got anything?
But listen, man. I mean, y'all right in the order. You know what I mean? I don't want to just keep on, preaching the same word. But out of all of them, man, it's hard. It's hard with that Criminal Mind that by any means. I'm surprised by some of your other picks, but by any means necessary, it has to be the top, John. It has
Really?
to. Yeah,
Really?
It has to, man. Pound for pound. Pound for pound.
Over
song for
Criminal
song.
Minded?
I'm with
It
you.
got,
I'm with you.
by touch, it got more on there. It got
Now
more
I got
on
an
there.
attachment to
Yeah,
Criminal
got
Minded
more
because
there. Me
that's
too.
when I heard poetry, man.
I ain't mad at you,
I
Phil.
thought the
I ain't mad
diss
at you.
tracks was crazy, but when I heard poetry, man, I
Crazy
said,
too. Yeah.
Okay.
"Damn."
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at none of your picks, but I'm gonna say like E said, man, that Criminal Minded by any means, you probably can flip. Well, like Phil said, you probably can flip me with that. Then I'm gonna go with I'm definitely gonna return to Boom Bap, and then the joint that got Step Into My World. What joint was that?
That was later.
That's later. That's
was
I like
later.
probably either
I like
first-
I like
think,
that
I
album.
think that might have been Step Into My World. I think
Yeah,
it might have
yeah,
been
I like
Step
that
Into My
album.
World, too.
I like that
That was
album.
like 95.
Not Sex and Violence, is it? It's not Sex and Violence.
No. Step Into My World was later. Man, that was like 95.
Sex and Violence.
That was motherfucking doo-wop, round doo-wop time. I think doo-wop dropped that track first.
That song was crazy though.
Yeah, doo-wop dropped that on that doo-wop album.
That's one of the.
Oh no, that was called I Got Next. That came out in 97.
Yeah.
That's like an
97, I Got
essential.
Next.
That's like an essential hip hop purest song right there. Like you, if you got any nigga that know how to top rock, backspin,
Top rock, up rock.
pop lock, all that. That like that's like if you
That's B-boy.
yeah, that's real b-boy shit right
Yeah,
there.
that B-boy shit.
That song right there is true 100% b-boy essence right
That's
there.
the word. That's what the essence.
Yeah,
No
that's
doubt.
b-boy essence, man.
Yeah,
Great
You
segue.
can't.
Yeah, so listen, man, his stage show, man, when you see him live, you got to be there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
As a one-man band type, you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Just one
absolutely.
man getting it in, DJ, lyrics, microphone, breath control,
Yes.
and just controlling the crowd, you know what I mean? This is what he
Yes.
brings to the table. So, you know, I think everybody on the board has seen him live.
Absolutely.
And it's just a major scenery, man, to see this man go on the stage and just preach to the audience and hit after hit after hit. And I was lucky enough to see him, you know, several times live. I think it was at Bancroft. Maybe he was definitely in the hood back in the day. I like to say Bancroft, but I had a great chance of seeing him live at the Wilmington Library about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, man.
come to
And
one.
that
If you
was
could
an
rank
amazing.
him. If you could
that
rank
was an
him.
amazing situation, front row.
If you could rank
And
them.
I'm sitting down, and he say, "Stand up." So we got to stand up, and he was right there by the microphone. Oh man, incredible, man. So yeah, you just seen him live, man, and his songs.
I saw him live.
Incredible, man.
One of my favorites live. And I'm not, in no way I'm not comparing this wholeheartedly, but as far as the respect of being seen and having that crowd control, I think the only person, well, I'm not going to say I think the only person, but a person that reminds me of him in that mode is Styles P, man. I seen Styles P by himself.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Styles P killed that shit.
he did.
Like, and you wouldn't have
I
thought
was-
of that.
I was
shocked.
with you.
Yeah, we was together. We all was together.
He destroyed
Styles
that
P
night.
destroyed
Tom,
that
we was
shit,
so
and
shocked.
he
Matter of fact, EPMD was the headliner.
Yeah.
And he went on before him, and I love EPMD, but
too.
I don't know how they could go on after him.
We came to see EPMD.
yeah, we
me
went
ask
up there
you-
to
let me
see
ask y'all a
EPMD.
question.
He killed it.
Because,
he did kill
because,
that
because
show.
we talking about KRS One, is he a stronger live performer, and how does the live performance differ from the recorded performance? Does it is
Well,
this
I'm
a situation where you would
this
appreciate
easy.
him more live?
Oh, this is easy right
I
here.
think you would appreciate him more.
Yeah, this
Way
easy.
more live.
He ain't using no motherfucking background music at all.
Oh, he cut that
With
shit off
him,
sometimes.
yeah.
He cut it off.
That's what I like about him.
Yeah,
That's what I like
like
about
how you
Hove. You know what I'm saying? Them type dudes.
And be saying the lyrics though.
They said you really can't perform if you rapping over.
Yeah,
lyrics. Like,
yeah.
you
That's
really
what I
don't
like about
perform.
him. That's what I like about Hove.
That lip singing shit.
Who else, man, is real big on that? Kiss.
Kiss.
Kind of big on that. Very big on that. Kane.
Yeah, they ain't got
Like,
that,
you know what I'm saying? But
they all lyrics,
it's Styles,
all flow.
Styles P though, I'm telling you, he gives me that, like, that aura of that KRS, like I'm taking over this motherfucking crowd, and I'm gonna drop these joints, and they know it, and yo, that shit was crazy. Man.
Styles P, that's another good one, man. Now that you
great.
say that,
Absolutely.
that's another good kind of comparison.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's just switched over. You know what I'm saying? More and more. But he let you know I'm still the ghost. You know what I'm saying? His ghost is totally different than he's spooky. For real. Because he you know that's his old ways. But
Right.
you know, now it's more of, you know, eating right, you know, living right and things of that nature. But like but as far as that performance type joint, it's just something about them two that blend together with me.
I think KRS One is one of them artists that you never gonna get the same performance from him. It's not gonna be like a carbon copy of the performance he did the night before. Like he gonna go off the
too
limb
organic.
and do a freestyle
Yes.
about
Yeah,
somebody in the
yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just how he is. He's like. He's up there in
That's
the top
amazing.
hip hop performers at all time. That's why at 60 years old he can still go all over the country and the world, still performing and still get people excited because he is like he's like the definition of hip hop.
Yeah,
like he really is hip hop.
Like for him, he don't need all the showmanship, like all the pyros.
Yeah, he don't need
people
lights
dancing.
and all that.
Come right out.
Yo,
Come
he
right and play that shit.
Right at your chest.
Right.
He get right in the crowd with you.
Yeah, you just come right out
Yo,
with shit.
yo, DJ, turn that beat off. We talk to the people.
Right.
Coming at you.
That's crazy.
And now we mentioning, him on the stage, man. We can't move on without him thinking about what he did on the stage, throwing niggas off the stage.
Yeah.
Throwing a nilly dun.
That was what that bully should have get.
That was incredible, man.
That criminal minded KRS One came out.
Right.
That criminal minded KRS One was different.
Yeah.
Happy
Wow.
60,
Shout out to
big
PM
guy.
Dawn.
Man, 60 years old, KRS One. At 60 years old, man, like what are we, what's his legacy in the game at 60 years old? KRS One still doing it, man. Happy 60th birthday, first of all. That's a blessing.
Dudes like KRS, and we start talking top 5. I don't even mention them because they on a different level. Him, Rakim, you feel what I'm saying? Like Big Daddy Kane.
They grandfathered in.
They grandfathered in, man. That shit's already over said and done. So that right there is my whole spill on KRS. Period. And
They don't rap like they rap now if it's not for him, Kane, and Rakim.
Absolutely.
They got, to me, they have that kind of respect. Maybe I'm just an old nigga, but I grew up on them and I learned rap from them, like real hip hop. So as we talk, Carl, and I'm like, I always say to you that, you and Freaks, that I'm trying to evolve in terms of understanding, newer hip hop and being more friendly to newer hip hop, but it's tough because this is my blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I grew up on rocket science. I grew up on trigonometry. I grew up on this kind of rap. So it's hard to hear like rap that I hear now.
Drill.
Like it's just hard because
that's why it's so refreshing when you hear a good album.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. That's just my take on it. And I owe that to KRS One because I'm glad he came along when he came along in my formative years, because this is the blueprint. That trinity, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS One, provided a blueprint in terms of stardom, consciousness, clarity, rap structure, all of that. This is where it comes from.
Yeah, I agree with that blueprint. Like it's a handful of artists that I think about, and they like embody everything that, to me, what hip hop is. And KRS One is one of them guys. Like he is the definition of hip hop. Like he eats, sleep, and breathes hip hop. Man, he's one of them artists that like, hey, who's hip hop? KRS One is hip hop.
Without the big business.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Without the big business in its purest form.
Yeah, it's purest form of hip hop.
It's pure Bolivian cocaine.
Talk to him.
It's pure Bolivian cocaine, man.
Talk to him.
In its purest form, and it don't get no better than that.
Like if your kids would ask you, hey dad, like who's hip hop? Like what artist is hip hop? Like hey, KRS One, that's hip hop. Yeah. Right there.
That original trinity. That's just how I feel.
The whole culture. About hip hop.
And he still does.
Yeah,
He still does.
He bleeds it to his last breath.
Yeah. And then the thing about him is that he showed love to the new hip hop for those that he liked.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like for him to mention some guys that we like, and he like, he mentioned them in a good way. Like, they nice. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think he would, indulge in that type rap, but he's still a fan of the.
When you hip hop, you hip hop.
Yeah. He's a fan.
When you hip hop, you hip hop.
He major though, man. KRS is, like you say, he one of them guys that's Godfather then.
I remember me and KRS One at the Doubletree in Wilmington, man. Trap was having a fashion show. This early 2000s, man. Trap was having a fashion show. KRS One was staying in the Doubletree. He just came downstairs. Everybody was like, "Oh, KRS One, what's up?" They was like, "Oh, come to the wherever the place there was. They was having a thing in Doubletree." We was like, "Yo, come through." He's like, "Yo," he was feeling the love too. And we younger than him, but everybody was excited to see him.
Yeah.
And he was talking to everybody, dapping it up with everybody. He's like, yo, I wish I could come in there. Like, he would have came in there. He's like, I wish I could come in there, but I'm here on business. I gotta go handle my business.
Yeah.
Like, man, he's like, I was feeling y'all energy. Like, I want to come in there.
Yeah.
It was just love, man. He just had a good personality. You could tell he was just a man among the people, man. That was love, man. I had a whole new respect after that encounter with him, because sometimes when you meet people in person, like they ain't with the music, like they'll let you down. Yeah. But he was really like that same kind of person, man. So
unfortunately, I was working when, he was here. He was up in Rodney Square and all that, and then he was at the library. I ain't know nothing about that joint. I would have definitely been there, but I just seen like people that was around at that time, like even when it was rehearsal, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, and he was just like showing people love, like he was chilling, like he was walking around, people was taking pictures with him. He was in the hood. He right uptown from the hood, chilling, you know what I'm saying, and for him to, and then I think it was raining, a little bit of rain that day, right, that he had to perform. And he still came out and rocked it. Rodney Square.
I wasn't there, but
he still came out and did his thing.
Can you recall your first time seeing him at a concert?
Can I recall it?
Yeah.
I know for a fact it was up Philly. I don't know that it wasn't too many venues he went to, but man, who was I with? I was with somebody from school. I went to school with somebody. Matter of fact, it was my man Mike from Philly. And my other boy, Philly. They both was from up Philly. And I happened to be up there, and we went through the concert joint, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't getting as much pump. You know what I'm saying? Like you would hear about another concert.
Gotcha.
And he just rocked that joint, dog. And I was like, and for real, he didn't even need his DJ.
No.
Oh, that's what's so crazy about him. Like, and then when he goes in that acapella mode,
yeah, he always gonna give you an acapella joint.
He definitely did.
He blacks out, man, and then he always hits you with that joint that he got that's acapella, and it's not a freestyle, but he's teaching, and it just seems like it's always a new one. You know what I'm saying? Totally. And like the Europeans was in there. Europeans was in there, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Europeans was in there, and it wasn't a real big venue. What's the name?
Yeah, I remember seeing him. It wasn't a big venue the first time I seen him. It wasn't a big venue. It was really like an underground spot.
What they call intimate.
I was young. I don't even know. I was with adults. I just was kind of like a tag along, babysitting type thing. But I remember it wasn't like it was like a hole in the wall.
What was the Voltage Lounge before the Voltage Lounge? Carl? What was the Voltage Lounge joint that we went to see AZ and
I know what you're talking
Benny
about.
and
I don't know what
it was something before that, and I want to say that was the building, or it was where Pusha T and them was at. Not too long ago, I think it was either one of them.
Oh, Electric Factory.
Yeah, it was at either one of them. I want to say.
Okay.
You seen a lot of people.
Where you first see him at?
Performers. That's all.
One of the greatest.
He up there. I got narrowed it down, think it through though,
But to say he's one of the greatest is a lot.
Because
he's definitely one of the
greatest.
greatest.
Top five country. Yeah, easy top five country. Easy.
When did you first see him, Ox?
I said Bancroft earlier, but now when I thought about it, it was actually Ambrosia. I was Ambrosia.
Wow.
Listen, on the low, man, Delaware get a lot of love from.
Absolutely.
Delaware get a lot of love.
He actually been to Delaware a lot. KRS One been to Delaware more than a lot of these artists we talk about. He been to Delaware a lot.
Yep.
He's been to Delaware a lot over the years, man. But man, happy 60th birthday, KRS One. Knowledge reigns supreme.
Happy born day.
Nearly
everything, man.
Nearly everyone. Nearly everyone.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's an all-out discussion of the suckers I'll be crushing. And now you overrated by the music I'll be making. Help me out, Phil.
Part-time sucker.
Okay.
This is my guy boy too, man. My barber Craig. This is guy right here, man.
Yo, he got so many.
Blast Master, the teacher.
Then I like about him too. He taught you back then how to eat.
That's insane.
He talked about beef. He said the beef is killing us back then.
Yeah, that was way back then.
He's talking about drug
He was a
Illegal
vegetarian back then.
Yeah,
you know?
back then, yeah.
He was a vegetarian back
My
then.
9mm goes bang. Dun, dun,
He had rock beats on this
dun,
album.
dun.
Yes.
He had hardcore rock beats on this album. He smashed a lot of genres.
Criminal Minded.
Yeah, he was something else, man. And I appreciate the fact that he
Criminal
embodied the hip hop mindset from the standpoint that he was a graffiti artist. That's my favorite aspect of hip hop. I love graffiti, me personally,
I do
and
too.
to
I love
know
it too.
that he's an avid graffiti artist, I love that, man, because I love graffiti. Anytime, like, I hate New York, but the one thing I love about New York is this 100% authentic graffiti. So when I see graffiti, I stop and I admire it. And to know that this man is like an actual graffiti artist is a big thing, man. And that goes back to like the Beat It days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
B Street and showing all aspects of hip hop. Shout out to KRS One, man, on your 60th, man.
Hey,
My
salute. Legend, man.
You definitely one of my favorite all-time greats. You are the first hip-hop trinity that I ever recognized. Period.
Still number one, man. Still number one.
Right.
Legend in the game. Thank you, KRS One, man.
Appreciate it for all the great-
Absolutely.
all you did for the culture, man. We salute you,
Absolutely.
man. On your 60th birthday, we wishing you many more, man. You know, KRS 160, fellas, man. Happy birthday, brother. Yeah, definitely a round of applause. Legend. Hall of
Because it's
Fame.
simple. To them, it's kind of vital
Hall
to
of
take
Fame.
KRS One title.
Keep going, baby.
What type of entity?
Legend, man.
And everybody around, they want to mention me, or rather mention us, me and Scotland Rock. Or they could get robbed, get dropped. Man, listen.
Woo! Enjoying the call, man.
Legend, man.
Oh, listen, that's going to ride home, man. Shout out KRS One.
Happy 60th birthday, KRS One, man. We Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure I go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms. Make sure I go to our YouTube page. Subscribe. Continue to run those views up. As always, man, long live our brother Taz, man.
Absolutely.
We're going to continue to March 4th, man. The Blast Master, man. The teacher. KRS One, man.
Your guy,
Know
y'all.
your history.
That's right. T1
Know
Productions.
your history. Know your history.
Happy-
Happy Down Productions.
happy
I got
60th
the name from you, baby.
Happy 60th
Know your
birthday,
history.
You got the
man.
productions from?
That's right. Absolutely got the productions from this joint.
Young people, man, go do your
Shit.
research, man. KRS One, Boogie Down Productions, man. If you don't know his music, man, go do your research, man. Know your hip hop history,
You
man.
might become a fan.
Absolutely, and you might learn where a lot of stuff came. You might learn where a lot of stuff came from, man.
J, the I, the M, the M,
That's
the Y,
Jimmy.
the J,
Yeah, he was
I,
teaching on
the
that.
M.
It's Jimmy.
He was teaching on that.
Hold up. It's Jimmy.
He was teaching on that, man. Strap it up.
Yeah. and he sold some records.
Yeah.
He sold some records.
Have fun teaching.
Jimmy is wearing a hat.
Sold a record about rubbers, man. That
Word
is
he
crazy.
did, man. Happy 60th birthday, KRS One Concert Crew Podcast. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Yup.